work. So this is relationship at work. Okay. Huh? Coach? Okay. Okay, so what kind of relationship? Partnership. Okay. Okay, partnership is the kind of relationship you have. Okay. Who else? Bigla nyo napaisip. Sir, collaborative relationships. It's collaborative. Okay. Okay, so it's collaborative. Okay, anyone else? Coach Bill? Less awkwardness. Okay, less. Okay, okay. So is it do you believe and do you agree that it is possible to develop authentic relationship at the workplace? Sir, yes? Ano? At work. Professional relationship. Malamang trabaho eh. Professional relationships. Okay, coach. Tin? Friendship. More of a family. Yeah, you heard that, okay? And for some people, they stay at work because they treat the family, that they treat the co-workers and the office as family members, okay? And they say this is not working. This is home to us. Okay, you heard that. Okay, so let's drill down. Okay, what kind of relationship are you building at work, and how it is affecting you, or how is your relationship really being affected by the kind of relationship that you have your work? Okay, let's begin. All right. At work, okay, there is what we call co-workers. Co-workers, okay? These are co-working relationships are neither, okay, think about it, neither professional nor personal. Yep. These are merely circumstantial. Okay? Bawal ang relationships, okay? They are, okay, typically not your friends, not in any way your partners. They are just acquaintances through your company, okay? Beyond working for the same company, for the same organization, beyond working for the same project, you have in truth little interaction with them. Okay? Like if it's a big organizations or you just communicate with them based on a need basis, okay, this is circumstantial. Okay? It literally it's not even personal, okay, because you have no personal dealing outside of any what is required, and most of the time it's not even professional because you don't even develop that kind of professionalism, meaning you just deliver what is required and that's it. Okay? However, the co-working relationship is very valuable, okay? That oftentimes, okay, this is the beginning of a very meaningful relationships. Okay? Sir, this is what you're saying earlier, that collaborations. All right? You are not forced, okay, you are not forced to build it personally. All right? You are not even forced to build it professionally. Like they're not your boss, they're not your superior, but because you are collaborating, okay, you are working on the same project, okay, you are working on the same environment to deliver the same service, eventually, this is the foundation of a very meaningful relationships at work. Okay? So, this is very basic, but this is also the most meaningful. Okay? So, that's where you begin. Okay, next. There is also what you call the team members. What is a team members relationship? Okay? You work on the same team. Okay? You work on the same department. Okay? You work on the same unit, and teamwork, because this is team, okay? Okay, teamwork is always required. Let me just pause for a bit and say hello to Coach Mix. And he said, with my scholars, there's a thin line between them as my students and as a family member. I call it bond brothers. Okay, hashtag, okay, fact. Oh, very right daw. Oh, very right. Natakot kayo. Oo, fact. Oo, ang tawag niya talaga yan, no? Bond. Ano yung family? Bond brothers. Okay. So, in a team member relationship, okay, you are joined in a group and teamwork is required. Coach Kay Sabala, all the way from Palo, okay, okay. My working relationship is partnership with Coach A. Binasa ko talaga, ako pala yun. Sorry. Ako pala yun. Okay, so, in a team member relationship, okay, you are a fellow employee on the same team, okay? And the team works on a daily basis, not by your choice. So whether you like the person or not, you needed to be there. Okay? You needed to collaborate beyond the duty of work because there's now the element of teamwork. Now, team members are important because these are the people who actually accomplish the work per division, per department, per unit. Together, you design plans, you design workloads, you execute, you track, and all. Now, the better the relationship on the level of teamwork, the easier it is to get work completed. All right? But here, on this level of relationship, okay, barely this is affected by your personal relationships. Barely, all right? So if anything happens at home, all right, barely is your co-workers or your team members will be affected. Because in this kind of relationship, your relationship is confined into what is yet to be delivered, what is deliverables, what is required of you, what is paid of you. All right. So this is not easily affected, or this not easily shaken, or not easily in any way, okay, tampered or tempered by your relationship at home. Alright? So maybe this is what you're saying, my home, my relationship with my spouse, with my children is not affecting my work because your level of relationship is still on the level of teamwork and co-workers. But what about if the level of relationship is already work friends? Work friends, alright? Now, you are at work, but the relationship is getting personal. Alright? In your case, okay, you've got not just classmates, not just teachers, okay, but it's now getting personal because work friends are people you interact with social, okay, you interact them socially at work, okay, at meetings, okay, and you're able to share personal information about yourselves. Yeah? Normally, these are also the people you share. For the boys, you call this happy hours. Okay? For the girls, this is what we call the chill time, the coffee time. So beyond work, okay, you spend another hour or two or even more, okay, to socialize. So there's already the angle, there's already the aspect of socialization. So you call it work friends. Now, work friends fill up our social needs. Okay? And most of the time, why do we develop why do we develop work friends? Because they keep us sane. They keep us mentally sane from daily grind of work. Agree?
Yes.
You likely wouldn't be friends. Okay, here's the thing. You likely wouldn't be friends if it's not for mutual employment, for mutual company, for the mutual boss, and for things that you both like or dislike about your work. Okay? And you started supporting each other, okay, at work, and most of the time, you have common dislikes and common complaints about your work. Correct? Okay? So, work friends begins with you sharing common sentiments, common emotions at work, and then eventually, because that line, okay, that boundary, that space of being personal is now being open, you start opening about your things at home. Now, on a work friends level, all right, it is easily, okay, being affected by things that happens at work, at home. But here's the thing, all right? The way the relationship is being affected, okay, is not the work per se. Meaning, it's not your friends, your work friends that cannot work, okay, but your work friends is burdened emotionally. Because as you cry, they cry. If you're angry at home, they're also angry. Can you connect that you have friends at work that you easily get affected, and easily there are also the people who gives you a lot of unsolicited advice regarding your personal affairs. Yes, I don't know how you call them, but for purposes of professionalism, we call them work friends. All right? So these are the people you spend time more than and or after the corporate hours. Clear? All right. Next, we have the relationship that we call the direct report relationship. What is the direct report relationship? This is the managerial relationships, all right? The manager is the one, okay, assigning you to the work that needs to be done, helping you to succeed, all right? Ultimately, these are the people who impacts your character, your performance at work. The relationship between you and your manager is vital because this is actually what plays a very important role if you're making it or not in the workplace. All right. Now, do you know that this is the kind of relationship that is heavily affected by your personal affairs? Yep. The managerial or the direct report relationship is normally the one taking, okay, the toil when you are not feeling well at home. Yes. It is not only it is related to productivity, it is because the manager can see you beyond the work that you do. All right? So at times when things are not doing well at home, you start feeling the pressure. You start feeling the discomfort with your boss because the truth of the matter, your manager, remember, the role of your manager is to build you up. The role of your manager is to manage you in the succession ladder. Hence, even before you start having problem at home, your manager gets to study you, okay, gets to evaluate you, and practically these are the people who knows you. Agree, disagree? Therefore, when you are having troubles and difficulty at home, they are also the same people, the same person who gets to know it. Okay? And these are the people, okay, that is also affected directly by your productivity. Okay. Many of us will say, no, I don't allow my personal affairs to affect my performance at work. That's what you say. But truth of the matter, while you might be performing at the peak of your efficiency, all right, there would always be a tendency and a chance that your personal emotions and feelings is affecting your performance at work. Yes? And it is your relationship with your boss or direct report that is really affected. Okay. Let me move to the next. Okay. There is what you call the office spouse relationship.
Spouse po yung mouse.
Hindi po mouse, spouse. Your, sinabi ba akong mouse? Spouse. Your office spouse, okay, your office spouse is that person you spend a significant amount of time. They are your go-to for venting and advice. They have probably been humors that the two of you at one time or another, okay, parang sabi nila, ito yung mga tinatawag po ninyong platonic relationships. The role of the office, oo, ito yung madalas na i-issue sa workplace. Because, okay, the role of the office spouse is to serve as your workplace bestie. Oh, okay. So, or the go-to friend when you have a work predicament. To begin with, the relationship begins because this person is your go-to person. Okay? Most of the time, the go-to person are the natural coaches. Ito yung mga tinatawag po natin na naturally gifted coaches. Okay? So left undeveloped, okay, if you are not developed on this level and you are not equipped to do the coaching, okay, that is needed of you, these are the kind of relationship that normally gets the much rumor in the workplace, especially if this is between a man and a woman. Okay? So, normally, okay, this person, okay, your workplace bestie is the person, okay, that immediately you share your emotions, okay, and frustration. And you know that, parang sila yung mga taong, you know that anything happens to you in the workplace, this person should know. You have those people in the workplace? All right, now here's the thing. The reason why it kind of developed to a personal level, because think about it. If you have a workplace bestie, if there is a person that you are very comfortable sharing your professional frustrations, okay, your questions and predicament, the moment that you have a problem at home, the moment that you encounter struggle personally, these people will naturally get to know. Okay? Are you seeing how the relationship is being developed? To begin with, it is really a professional relationship. But because the professional relationship is such in a way that is so tight, yung dikit talaga, sangga talaga kayo, okay? Immediately, when something happens to you personally, naturally, the other person will start to know it, will get to know it, and you are compelled to share. Because as your work also gets affected by the relationship that is struggling at home or personally, then your office spouse will come to the rescue. Hence, the relationship gets deeper and deeper, and from professional, it gets to a personal level. Okay, now, you've got also, which is very familiar to many, is the mentor-mentee relationships. Familiar, right? This is very professional in nature. The mentor-mentee is the highest, okay, the mentor-mentee, okay, listen up, is the highest professional relationship you can have. It is very similar in intimacy to that of an office spouse, but it serves you professionally. Okay, it's level up. It's the same thing. But if it's a mentor-mentee relationship, your mentor now can really position his or herself as really on a professional level. Hence, really leading you to career guidance, career insights, and inputs. Like the moment the professional level or the professional issues is being affected by personal issues, if it is a mentor-mentee, the mentor will not in any way, all right, move into the space of personal issues and concern, but really help the mentee work on the professional matter being affected by the personal relationships. So it's higher than the office spouse. Because here, okay, your mentor will not allow that your personal affairs affect your professional performance. Okay? Most of the time, okay, your mentor can even bring the best of you during crucial times and trying moments at your personal life. Which quite the opposite, okay, with your office spouse. Because with the office spouse, okay, your emotion will be dragged not unless your office spouse can move into the coaching strategy and coaching tools and skills wherein the office spouse will process your emotions, will process your feelings, and will process your thoughts in such a way that you will naturally recover and start figuring out the answers to your life's struggles. Are you getting the point? Yes? And you are very quiet. Are you able to remember? Okay, if you are joining us online and if you can remember some of your friends at work who can fall into this category and you just want to say hello, you can tag them as a comment below. Okay, I'm down with the last two relationship at work. Okay, I have Nagpanik. Oo, huwag kayong magpanik. Okay, we have what we call life friends. Oo, life friends. O, sino may mga life friends dito? Okay.
Hindi na nagtaas kasi hindi na sigurado.
Life friends, na-confuse. Kanina may work friends, ngayon may life friends. Oh. The most intimate work relationship you can have is one that you don't even consider specifics to work. That of a friend, parang sinasabi natin in real life. As in talagang, whether there's work or there's no work, we're friends. In real life, okay? These are also the people you remain in contact and in friendship even after you resign from the same company. Kayo naman eh. Meron kayo. So para daw malaman, kailangan mag-resign. I love that. Now you're connecting. Okay. These friends, okay, fill the same role, okay, as your normal social friends, okay, because that's what they are. They used to be. However, the moment you separate work, okay, the moment one of you resign from the company, okay, what happened is that you start having much fun together. All right? So these are life friends. These are not work friends. Life friends is like right after you said goodbye to the company or they said goodbye to the company, the more you're having fun together. Okay? Now you laugh together, you cry together over what happens in the workplace, and possibly, okay, here's the thing. Possibly, this is where real romantic relationship is possible to develop. Okay, let's look for the life friends. Okay. Life friends, okay, they aren't friends you know at work. They are friends you happen to work with. Oh, okay. Ulitin natin, ha? They aren't or they are not friends you know at work. They are your friends who you happens to work with. Ay, okay. So,
Kasalimuha mo dahil sa trabaho.
hindi nga, coach. They aren't friends you know at work. They are friends that you happen to work with. Oo. So, magkaibigan talaga kayo at nagkataon lang na magkatrabaho. O, ganun yung feeling. Kaya kahit wala na tayo sa trabaho, tayo pa rin. Pwede. Nandun kasi yung better half ko eh. Alam mo na. Ganon. So, life friends ang hanapin. So, meron ba kayong life friends? Okay, iyon. So, normally, these are the people eventually whom you will develop the romantic relationships. Okay? So, okay. Okay. Now, think about it. If you develop romantic relationships, okay, romantic relationship from an office spouse perspective, okay, chances is after you resign from that work or he or she resign, then the relationship will not progress. Tumahimik kayo. Alright, ulitin natin. Most of the time, you think that it's the office-spouse relationship that have the higher tendency to develop into a romantic relationship. But truth of the matter, if you started as office-spouse relationship, the moment either one of you resign from work, okay, that relationship will no longer progress. Kasi isa lang, alright? It is from the life friends, okay, standpoint or origin, okay, where romantic relationship will blossom at its best. Yan. So it's not exclusive naman. Okay, pwede namang mag-develop. Okay. So meron na ba kayong life friends? So inisip, di ba? Wala. Okay. And of course, ay meron na kasi. Oo, mahirap na. Okay. Now, if you are, okay, I'm going to that. Okay? Now, if you are, of course, married, if you are already committed, okay, the highest level that your life friends will be, all right, they will eventually be part of your family friends circle. They will become your family friends. They will become the ninong and the ninang ng mga anak mo. Okay? Diba? Whether baptism or when your children get married. Okay? So eventually, they will become really part of your family. Okay? So it's not only limited to romantic relationship, but life friends can really develop into one big happy family. Because right after work, these are still the relationships and the friendships that you keep coming back. Okay?
Friends pala. Meron pala.
Oo naman.
Kasi romantic, pumahon sa romantic naman.
No, I'm just trying to relate the difference when you take off your romantic, kasi po love month ito di ba? So most of the time, if you are working, you get your romantic relationships from work. All right? And it is important that you get to understand, okay, the take-off point of these relationships. Okay? Because if you take off, okay, from the wrong standpoint, okay, like if you take off because of needs, okay, if you take off simply because lagi lang kayong magkasama sa trip, if you take off dahil nagkataon lang magkasama kayo sa cubicle,
Ay, wow.
totoo naman, ano ba, di ba, it's an office cubicle, how do you call that? Kayo naman. Alright? Okay. Truth of the matter, okay, when that cubicle is replaced with someone else, then that relationship begins in another pathway again. Alright? So, relationship matters. Relationships are not created equal. But if you really want to develop a very kind relationship that is a foundation of a forever relationship, whether it is romantically or it is a family type, then go for the life friends. Okay, which will lead you to the last, which is what Coach Candy is saying, the authentic friendships at work. Yes, okay, there is an authentic friendships at work, and authentic friendships at work, is at work even without work. Authentic relationships at work is at work even without work. These are the relationships that normally you don't put any effort, all right, but they naturally happens. These are the relationships that even after your resignation, you don't get to meet, but you know they're still there. These are relationships, all right, that maybe hindi sila ninong, hindi sila ninang ng anak mo, but you know they still exist. These are the relationships that you can still celebrate success and wins even if you don't see for decades. Right? Do you have that kind of relationship?
Yes.
These are the relationships that you still feel the grief whenever they go through difficult times in life. All right? These are real, really authentic relationships, are not structured. Correct? Okay? Okay, sabi nila dito, these are relationship that commands no condition. That's why it is a relationship that that continue to be at work without work, because literally it's just blossom at its time, at its season. And it's like the relationship that you have when you bump on this person in the grocery store. It's as if you just met yesterday. You have people like that. Parang kakahiwalay lang ninyo. And you can technically take off from the last discussions that you had. Okay? Maybe the phone calls are not really regular. Like, you can be really out for decades, for years, but the moment you meet, okay, the friendship is still there. This is the authentic friendships that you develop at work that continue to be at work even if you are already out of work. Okay, now, the value of understanding the basic relationship at work will help you to understand, all right, your purpose in building that relationships. Relationships are to be built intentionally. It just don't happen overnight, right? So, and the kind of relationship that you build intentionally is the kind of relationship that you nurture and the kind of relationship that is made to last. The more intentional relationship you build, the more level of success in life you could possibly have. The more intentional relationship that continue to work inside and outside of work that you have, the more you will keep your sanity at life. The more intentional you build the people around you, both inside and outside of work, the more you will start living a very authentic life. Right? Because intentional relationship requires effort. Intentional relationship demands dedication. Intentional relationship demands sacrifice. An intentional relationship demands a part of your heart. Hence, intentional relationship don't happen overnight. But when it happens, when it develops, you know that you are the person capable of being loved because you are capable of loving. Good night, everyone. This is Open. Abilaw po!